Hi there, welcome again. My name is Geraldine, and I wanted to talk to you about another reason why I start seedlings in these plastic cups. I put them in the clear plastic cups because this way I can see how much water is in here, and also I can see the roots, how much roots are in there, and if they're doing okay. I know a lot of people use the red Dixie cups, but I started with those, but I couldn't tell like how much water was in the bottom, if it needed water, or I just couldn't figure out what was going on with my plant. Um, I typically do have them on a watering schedule when I do the seedlings, and because you have them in two cups, they not only hold water in the bottom cup, you put a rock in the bottom for space, but that also provides some oxygen for the plant, the roots, and for the water to wick up. And what got me thinking about this today was I was about to make myself a green smoothie. I make my green smoothie with baby um, kale, baby spinach, and baby Swiss chard. And right now, because of the economy, I have been chasing all over town trying to find the cheapest price. And the cheapest price, like for more for value, has been Costco. Costco no longer sells like the large, they used to sell these large bags, which were about, I believe they were like 18 ounces, and they would be $4.99. And right now they are selling the boxes, and they are 16 ounces, and I believe I paid $5 or $6 for them now. So it's less product and bigger cost. And I've been chasing this around for like weeks, and it occurred to me today I haven't I usually succession plant these because they don't like the heat. So what you have to do is once your crop is done, you you start a new batch. So you get fresh brand new leaves before it goes to seed. I'm like, duh. What? Why? Why haven't I done this? So, okay. I keep all of my seeds in these. This case is a photo box, and it has 2, 4, 6, 8, has 16 little plastic cases, and it keeps my seedlings like waterproof, and it also keeps them organized. So I know exactly what I have because I have them alphabetized. So if you can see, I have the letter S on that one. Um, so right now, I'm gonna do some spinach, and I'm gonna do some Swiss chard. If I can find it quickly here, I have so much spinach in here too. Um, I have so much of this, not the same, because I that's another topic we can talk about at a different time. Is a seed catalog or inventory that you can create in Microsoft Excel. I'm not finding my Swiss chard right away. So I said Swiss chard and kale. This this one here is colorful, so I use this one as my case for my flowers and my herbs, so I know what's in there. And then my third one, hopefully I'll find it in this one. find what I'm looking for. Okay, we got some kale. Woohoo! We got all kinds of kale. We have Toscana kale. We have a kale blend. And we have red Russian kale. I don't know if your library where you live has a seed bank, but my library here and most of the states in the country, um, they have seed banks where you can fill out a list, and I think it's up to like 20 packets, and they are always seeds that are good for your area, and you don't have to pay for these. These are free. Um, so I got my kale, um, my spinach, and I swear I'm gonna cry if I can't find the Swiss chard. Oh, okay, and before I forget, I know I have Swiss chard. Um, you know when you buy packets of seeds, it usually comes with multiple seeds in there, and it's a disaster trying to keep, once you open this, trying to keep these seeds from spilling everywhere. So what I do is I buy them in the jewelry section, and you can get 100, 300. It's a lot, and they come in different sizes too. So before I spill these, here's one little baggie, and they are these little plastic baggies, and I write what's in there on the bag. If you could see that. And that goes back into my seed packet, and it is not going to spill, and it's not going to get wet, and it's going to stay fresh. And for larger seeds, or if you have a bigger inventory, they have larger ones. So see that the size compare those two. So I use both of those to keep myself organized and to keep my seeds water free and clean. And this actually keeps it pretty safe from critters. Because last winter I had a pack of field mice get into my shed and eat a bunch of seeds. And not only did they eat them, they stole a bunch of peas, and they they dropped them all over my yard. So I have peas growing in random places right now. It's fine because I'm harvesting those, and they're good, and I didn't have to plant them. And they're pretty hardy because those were there from last winter, and they were there all winter long, and they are still growing right now. So I just pop the seeds in the soil. Let me show you. If you can see that. See a little. I just pop them in there and just lightly cover them. And then I'm just going to water this down until it's kind of saturated. And oh, the other benefit to this is you don't have to water this every single day. The first time I did this was maybe 3 years ago, and I went on a 10-day vacation, and I made sure these were pretty wet before I left. And for some of them that hadn't sprouted, I covered them, lightly covered them. I think it was saran wrap, so it kept the moisture in there. It was like a little greenhouse. But the other ones that were germinated, um, they were still very much alive when I got back from vacation. So this, oh, and then the other reason is, when you start seedlings, they usually start in those tiny little containers, With this long cup, I don't have to up pot them. They have all this room to grow, and this goes right into the ground once my plant is ready. Once it's of size, yeah, I try to, like, if it's, well, it's usually warm enough. Um, but oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say, lost my train of thought. But yeah, it gives it enough soil so that the roots can get firmly established, so it can go directly into the ground. You don't have to worry about weak roots and a little tender sprout going into the ground, something eating it up, or the wind knocking it over. No, this is pretty strong because you got this much root in there. And usually you'll start to see the roots like all the way at the bottom outside, because I have these slits on the side. See? And that's for air and water, and the roots will come right through there. So that's a tip. And I use masking tape. I have the white masking tape and the pink masking tape that I write on the side of my cup what's in here. And once I put it in the ground, I take this masking tape off and I put it on a little label, and then so I can identify what the plant is that I just put in the ground. So see, this is spinach, and I use a permanent marker so the sun doesn't bake it off, or if it gets wet, that won't erase it. Um, and for these, because these are herbs, I know how tall they're gonna get, not get. Um, like for spinach, they're kind of, short. Spinach usually grows like 10 inches tall. So I don't need to put a height on this. And I have a particular spot that I put them in. And once I put it in the ground, I have these um, little sticks that I reuse every single year because they're so durable. I forgot where I even ordered them from, but they're so durable, they don't fall apart. Um, and I think I usually put a date on here of when I germinate the seeds. So, I mean, I plant the seeds so I know when it's going to germinate or when to expect it to germinate. Because sometimes you put seeds in there and they're a dud. And that's why I put multiple seeds in here. I think I put like 6 in here today. I mean, if 6 come up, I'm planting 6 because who doesn't need more spinach? But I succession plant these because they are a cool weather crop, and it's getting pretty warm right now. So I'm going to have to be strategic about keeping these in a cool spot where they're going to get some sun, but not full sun here in zone 7B in New Mexico. Our our sun, when it heats up, it definitely heats up, and these cool weather crops, they're not a fan. Not at all. But that's all for now. I hope that this helps someone, and I hope that you try it and let me know what you think. All right, bye.